On this channel, we provide useful programming information with practical code examples. This time, we will cover the global flag in SAS. We will explain the detailed mechanism, usage examples, and precautions of the global flag. Enabling subtitles will make the code descriptions easier to understand. In SAS, the global flag is used to manipulate the scope of variables. By understanding this flag correctly and using it appropriately, you can prevent unexpected behavior in your code and improve maintainability. Normally, SAS variables have a scope. By default, variables are only valid within the scope in which they are defined. In other words, if a variable is defined inside a function or mixin, it cannot be accessed outside that scope. However, by using the global flag, you can directly assign the variable to the global scope. This allows variables to be shared across scopes. Without the global flag, it works as follows. In this code, $color is defined in the global scope, so the color property of change remains red. When the SAS file is compiled into CSS, it looks like this. Let's add the global flag to the same example. In this case, because the global flag is specified, the value of $color is updated in the global scope. As a result, the color property of change becomes blue. When the SAS file is compiled into CSS, it looks like this. Excessive use of the global flag can lead to unexpected scope conflicts and pollution of the global scope. This is especially important in large projects, where overusing this flag should be avoided. When using the global flag, variables with the same name may be unintentionally overwritten elsewhere. Therefore, consistent and clear naming of variables is necessary. The following is an example of correctly using the global flag. In this code, the setTheme mixin can be used to dynamically switch themes. Since global variables are updated for each theme, multiple themes can be managed flexibly. When the SAS file is compiled into CSS, it looks like this. If you forget to add, global variables may not be updated in the intended scope. Be sure to explicitly add the flag when necessary. Relying too heavily on the global flag can make debugging and maintenance of code difficult. Its use should be kept to a minimum. The global flag in SAS is very useful in specific situations, but it should be used with caution. By clearly understanding variable scope and properly managing the global scope, you can create highly maintainable SAS code. The following are key points to keep in mind. Variables depend on their scope by default. The global flag allows you to update variables in the global scope. Keep the use of flags to a minimum and avoid unintended overwrites whenever possible. The source code for this video can be downloaded from the official website. If you like, please visit the URL in the description to aid your learning. If you found this video helpful, I would appreciate your support by subscribing to the channel.